Welcome back to the final series in the 737 Normal Operations tutorial. We've just landed on 10 left at Portland International Airport and are taxiing to the gate. Our chronograph has been started to time engine cooldown, with 1 minute being the minimum required and 3 minutes being desired. We'll now execute the flow for clearing the runway and after landing. As we clear the runway, the landing lights should be turned off, as well as the runway turn-off lights, the strobe lights, the wing, and wheel well lights. The start switches should be moved to the off position, and the weather radar turned off. The speed brakes should be retracted, as well as the flaps. The trim reset to 5 degrees, and the transponder set to transponder. At this point, we can execute the after landing checklist. Engine start switches are as required, in this case off. Flaps are retracting to the up position. Speed brake is down, and the radar is off. After landing checklist complete. At this point, full focus should be outside to the ground environment to ensure that no obstacles or other aircraft are hit on the taxi back to the gate. We can see by the chronograph that our engine cooldown time of 3 minutes has elapsed, and we can reset the chronograph. Remember from the pre-flight and startup that the APU requires a 2-minute warm-up prior to providing bleed air to the bleed air system. The APU start cycle is roughly 1 minute long, and so when we're about 3 minutes from gate arrival, we'd like to start the APU. We're about 3 minutes out now, so we'll start the APU by momentarily moving the APU start switch to the start position. When the APU is started, evidenced by the APU gen off bus blue light, we'll start the chronograph to time the 2-minute warm-up. As we turn into the gate, the taxi light should be turned off so as not to blind the line personnel. As the aircraft is brought to a smooth stop at the gate, the parking brake is set, the red light verified, and brake pressure of 3000 psi or greater confirmed. Once this is complete, the shutdown flow can be completed. Let them up with the seatbelt sign, swap them, by placing APU generator on the bus, chop them by closing the engine start levers to cut off, and turn off the anti-collision light. All the fuel pumps, with the exception of the left forward, can be turned off. The electric hydraulic pumps should be turned off. The anti-ice turned off. The window and probe heat switches turned off. With 2 minutes available, the APU bleed should be turned on and the isolation valve opened to allow both packs to run off APU bleed pressure. The flight director switches on both sides should be turned off. The auto brake switch disarmed. Trim verified at 5 degrees. And the transponder turned off with the digits reset to 0. Once this is complete, the shutdown checklist can be run. Parking brake, set. Fuel pump switches, 1 on. Seatbelt signs, off. Window heat, off. Probe heat, auto. Anti-ice, off. Electric hydraulic pumps, off. Air conditioning panel, set. Anti-collision light, off. Engine start levers, cut off. And transponder to standby. Shutdown check complete. At this point, we've concluded our 737 Next Generation normal operations tutorial. This is the condition that the airplane would be left in for the next crew. As a technique, the nav radios can be reset to 108.0 and the baro mins cleared. I appreciate you joining me on this tutorial flight. If there's anything that you'd like to see in further tutorials, please let me know by either dropping a note on this video in the comments section or heading over to our Discord via the link.